Hey guys, as you can see today we are on the floor. I am too lazy for life. So we're not standing. I'm not standing. Nobody's standing. All of you sit down. It's been a kind of crazy week, so standing requires too much effort. Well, today, as I've said before, we're doing two topics. And our first one is back to school advice. Yay. School. Because we all like school. Well, I'm sure some of you like school, but you guys are nerds. So, first, what I'm going to talk about basically is like going back to school as a trans guy. For me, it's not so much as advice as what I'm doing, sort of, because I haven't actually come out to my school yet, and I'm going to be doing that as soon as school starts again in September. And, like, I've emailed my guidance department thing to set up a guidance meeting thing. And I'm gonna, obviously I have some course changes to make as well, but I'm going to talk to them about putting in my preferred name on the attendance and things like that, so that, because my, like, birth given name is very, very female, so I'm not really comfortable with people hearing that when attendance is being called and stuff, so it's going to be new teachers and everything, so hopefully they can do that, even though it's not my legal name yet. I mean, my last name for school isn't exactly my legal name, so schools are pretty lenient about that, I think. I don't know how everybody's school is, though. That's just here in Canada, where we're all nice and apologize for everything. We actually don't. Don't take that to heart. Canadians are not that nice. We just have Ryan Reynolds.
And Channing Tatum.
Yeah, and Ryan Gosling.
Celine Dion.
Yeah, and guys, we have the best celebrity of all, Justin Bieber. Number one celebrity, number one for the win.
Truly shows you how polite Canada is.
Anyways, so that's what I'm doing to, like, sort of start it. And I didn't have my binder last year either, so and I'm fairly large chested, so this is gonna be a big difference probably, I'm assuming. But I think the good thing about high school is that with most high schools, they're usually pretty big. So outside of the people you converse with on a more regular basis, nobody really cares. Like, it's just sort of, okay, whatever. We don't really talk to them. Moving on. So I think that's one of the good things about high school, but it can be pretty brutal at times because teenagers are little shits. We just are. We like to stir stuff up. So it can be definitely nerve-wracking. Like, I know I'm nervous for it, and I don't know how it's gonna go over, but I hope it goes fairly well. I mean, for any of you guys who are nervous, like, just whether it's somebody you go to school with, whether it's somebody you just talk to via the internet or texting or whatever, I would really suggest to have somebody that you can talk to about these things, and just somebody who's going to be supportive and is going to help you through this. Otherwise, if people are using the wrong pronouns for you or the wrong name, don't just, like, let them. Because, I mean, don't be rude about it, but say something, because sometimes people just use those pronouns and names because they don't understand, because even though transgender people aren't a new thing to the world, it's a new concept to society. And a lot of the times people don't even understand. Like, with my dad, for example, I came out to him and he was good about it, but he makes a lot of comments that they're a little rude, I guess you could say, because they often refer to the fact that I was born as female. And I know he's not making those comments out of spite, he's just simply making them because he doesn't understand this. Because his generation this wasn't a thing they learned, and even our generation, it's not really a thing that's being taught. But we're trying to change that for future generations, because it is a part of, like, there are people out there who are going through this transition, and they deserve just as much respect and kindness as everybody else. And so people, yes, may just use the wrong pronouns and things because they're trying to be rude and they're trying to stir something up, but some people may just use it because they just don't understand. They don't know that that's not okay. And so say something. Changing one person's knowledge can change a lot more than just one person's knowledge. And that's a good thing to do, like, just to not correct, but inform, so people understand, so they're not doing something that's considered rude or hurtful just because they don't understand the concept of what it is. So that would be another piece of advice I have, like, say something, speak up. And if you're misgendered, like, if you're trying to pass as male or female or whatever, and somebody misgenders you, you can correct them if you want. If you're comfortable doing that, I would recommend you do that. But don't let it get to you, because it's one person, and if someone misgenders you, then, like, if you are friends with them, definitely correct them. But if you're not friends with them. They don't matter. Like, they're just somebody passing through your life. And it's one person in 7 billion people in this world. Like, yeah, it's upsetting and it's frustrating, but don't let it get to you. Like, there's gonna be times when you're gonna pass, and there's gonna be times when you might not pass. But it's all part of going through this transition, and I hope that all of you one day there will be absolutely no possibility that you won't pass, and I hope all of you can accomplish that. But for now, it's just don't let it bother you. Just move on. It's just one person. So I guess we're moving on to our next topic. Magical. And the next topic is names. Woo! Okay, so as you guys know, my name is Finn, or Finn as my friends call me. F-I-N-T-A-N. Pretty cool, unique name for Canada, I think. And awkwardly for me, because I don't do compliments, I've had a lot of compliments on my name, it makes me feel really awkward, but it also makes me feel really good about myself, because I went and chose this name to represent who I am, as, being male and all of those sorts of things, and people tell me they like it, and that it's cool, and someone said it was really masculine, I think, and that definitely made me happy. So I think my big thing about names is don't choose a name because someone recommended it to you, or someone thinks it suits you, or even you think it suits you. Choose a name because you like it. Choose it because it makes you feel good. You're like going from FTM or MTF, and you want a name that is very, very specific to your gender, but you're worried about other people, so you're wavering on maybe choosing a gender neutral name. Screw them. I know a lot of people are important to you, but it's your name. It's not theirs. So choose a name that makes you happy, not everybody else. Don't choose a name because you think it's going to be easier for people to digest. Choose a name because when you hear people saying it, it makes you grin. When you think that is now your name, it makes you utterly ecstatic. That would be my biggest thing about names. If you have no idea what name you want to pick, the internet is your friend. Google. I like Google. Google's nice. I use Google a lot. I've used Google to find places in the city I live because I am completely directionally challenged. Google is a very nice place to go. Sure, the internet's kind of scary, and when you go too deep into Tumblr, you find Yvette's wedding shop and things like that. But other than that, the internet can be a very useful place. Like, we use it for research all the time. But, yeah, go just search up names, gender neutral names, male names, female names, whatever you're looking for. Just names, baby names. Search up names. I think that's about it for names as well. I'm gonna link those two topics together quickly. When going back to school with a different name and introducing yourself, I would really recommend going up to people and introducing yourself a lot, because they're going to be people that remember, still recognize you and remember you from previous years, and they're going to know that wasn't your name before. So definitely introduce yourself, or let's say you're meeting an old friend, and they don't have to be old, like not an old grandpa. It can just be a friend that you were friends with a while ago, or a friend that you've been friends with for a while, just mild acquaintance, but they know that they knew your old name, and they're introducing you to someone. Jump in. Just, yes, it's a little rude to interrupt people, but jump in and introduce yourself. And it might be a little awkward for them, but most of the time people aren't going to question that because they don't want to make themselves look stupid. Like, if someone just jumped in and introduced themselves to one of my friends as a name I didn't know them as, I wouldn't say anything, because even if I knew they weren't transgender, I wouldn't say anything because, hey, maybe they want to change their name, whatever. I'm not going to say anything because then I'm going to look like a dork. Like, what? I don't know what's going on. So they're probably just going to leave it. So definitely go and introduce yourself to people, even if you know them, or like ask if you're friends with people, ask them for their phone, honestly, and change your name in their phone. It's like, if they haven't already, just change it for them, because if you're not comfortable saying it out loud or texting them or starting the conversation about it, that's going to be a good start. Just like the fact that your name is different in their phone, they'll ask why, and if that's going to make you more comfortable, then go ahead and do it. But, I would recommend mentioning it to them instead of just changing that, but if starting the conversation makes you uncomfortable, then do that. Find a way around it so you don't have to start the conversation, but the conversation does happen. Little story to make you guys, I don't know, maybe it'll bring your hopes up. It's a little funny too. When I changed my name to Finn, most of my friends didn't change my name in their phone, which I was cool with though, because my name in their phone is things like Actual Dad, Thomas the Tank Engine, and Fido the Velocimator, and just really weird crap like that, because we're nerds, we're dorks, we're just really weird people. They're all great though. So one of my friends took a picture of Finn from Adventure Time and put that as my little profile icon thing, and they told me about that, and I was so confused for like a full 30 seconds. I was like, what? Why would you do that? And then it hit me. Oh, Finn! I gotcha. I get what you did there. I understand you. There you go. That is the picture. It's kind of accurate because that face. True. But yeah, so it's gonna be tough, but there are gonna be people like that. Like, high schools are big. There's bound to be at least one person who's gonna do that for you. Not that exact thing, because you might not all have your name as Finn, but something like that.